Hey guys, Andy Shaw here. These two are going to rematch this week, actually. John Lineker versus Fabricio Andrade. Um, John Lineker, he's a veteran. He's got a record, I think, 45 fights, 35 wins. He's fought some top guys as well. TJ Dillashaw, Rob Font, Corey Sandhagen, just been there, among other names too. Fabricio, less experienced, younger. Very capable with striking. I know him personally with former teammates. I used to be training with him at Tiger before. He's so good standing up that I don't really know what his ground game's like. I don't roll or I don't wrestle or do BJJ, but yeah, very capable standing up. And he's fought in Thailand, fought a lot in China and stuff too, and. Now he's got his home at ONE FC, and he's doing, very well. You can see he's very comfortable on his feet. Very loose, light-footed, but managing to push forward. He's the guy that I'd like to see him in a mixed rules fight. Like one round stand up, one round on the ground. That it could be interesting to watch in something like that. Got very sharp boxing. His kicks are nice and loose, and his knees are very strong. Let's see what that was. That was well timed by John Lineker, but didn't try and capitalise on it. It's supposed to be a 5-round fight, so I'm sure that he's a veteran, so he knows what it means to pace himself. Fabricio, I'm not sure if he's been in a 5-round MMA fight before, so I'm sure he doesn't have problems with his fitness, but he is starting quite fast. Yeah, I mean he's huge for the weight too, Fabricio. He's very tall and he's carrying a decent amount of muscle. He's very strong. Certainly doesn't hit like a bantamweight. He's a very talented athlete, and he works hard too. And he's got nice hair. Yeah, you can see that knee. It's gonna, it's very effective for Fabricio, being a taller guy. The speed of his kick then was really good too. Just check that out again. Very fast. He's got a good fight IQ for someone his age. He's only in his early 20s. But yeah, you pick up a lot of experience, and being at Tiger, he's been inspiring with a lot of top guys. He's hurt John Lineker here. Yeah, I mean Lineker did well to get the takedown there. He was in danger on his feet. But Fabricio looks capable. He's defending himself well and throwing from his back. Getting a bit of a hip escape here. Oh, that was good by Lineker then. Just watch that again. I know it can be annoying when I do that, but I'm not very good at video editing, so let me just see one more. Yeah, it wasn't as much that it hurt Fabricio there. It was just that Fabricio was kind of on his heels trying to stand up anyway. You can kind of see by just their body shapes that, what their game plan should be, right? Like, Fabricio, long and rangy, to pick him off standing up. Lineker, he's got that small lower center of gravity. This kind of wrestling, that's going to be more of his key to a victory in a second fight, I think. You know, he's not having much success standing up with Fabricio. Yeah, look at, I mean, Fabricio's head movement's great too. You know, he's got a great awareness of shots that are coming at him. You know, it's the Lineker, you know, just a short, stocky guy. So, you know, and you can kind of see by the width in his shoulders that he's going to have to try and wing punches in a little bit. He's not doing a good job of setting anything up or working off feints. Which, you know, if he was to feint, he could have more success with landing something. But yeah, it's difficult with a guy that's experienced like this with Fabricio. You know, I'm not sure of his kickboxing record, but you know, he's an experienced striker. Yeah, yeah, Lineker's definitely having a tough time standing up with Fabricio here. Just put this forward just a little bit. Yeah, there's that knee. Super dangerous. Yeah, I've seen some of Fabricio's recent like Instagram posts. Yeah, he's been drilling that a lot. So with a knee like that, it only takes a couple of them to land, and you're in trouble. You know, even one will stop you. You know, lands against your ribs or your liver, you're going down. Okay, round two. Yeah, so Fabricio, you know, back to being lighter on his feet, tagging Lineker. I think just trying to stay out of wrestling range, really. Yeah, you know, it makes a lot more sense for Fabricio to stay long. You know, and try and land the biggest shots when there's an opening there. If he gets into a trade with Lineker, you know, he's putting himself in risk for no reason. He's doing a really good job here, Fabricio. You know, he's not throwing a huge amount of stuff, but just by what he's doing, these little triggers, you know, it's keeping John Lineker guessing, and he's putting him off throwing anything back. I mean, he was never going to land that against anybody. Look at that. You know, very slow punch. You know, he just doesn't seem to have the skills to really put Fabricio in danger on his feet. You know, that sometimes you know a rematch, you know it will do. You know, will do him good because he'll know what he's got to work on. But I mean, I have to say that you know he's caught Fabricio, but he caught him on the other end of a wrestling exchange. You know, Fabricio's shown he's got a chin. You know, that left hook that he caught him with was heavy. think Fabricio probably needs to step it up a little bit now, just for the judges. But like we said already, it's a 5-round fight, so he's prepared to take it into the later rounds if he has to, I suppose. Nice. Yeah, Lineker's throwing stuff back, but because he's not setting it up properly. But Fabricio can defend against it pretty well. There's no feints. He's very, very heavy on his feet. Yeah, look at the damage that's on his face now. And it's Fabricio really hasn't landed anything big against him. It's just been a lot of like peppering shots that have added up. Lineker's already had like 45 MMA fights. The chances are there's a lot of scar tissue around his eyes and stuff, and he needs to do a better job of defending himself and not getting picked off with these shots, because they will show a lot of damage like that. That body, that kick hurt him. See how the difference in his arm position there. He just put his arm down a little bit tight. He's holding his elbow close against his ribs now. So that's something that will come with experience as well. Most inexperienced fighters will try, if they've hurt you in one place, they'll just target that area. But what Fabricio's doing here is keeping him guessing. So he's backing him up with feints, and then just does something completely different, just to take his mind off where he was just hit. It's smart. There's that knee again. Oh. Yeah, I think that there's some chances that Fabricio can see here that he's not capitalising on, because he knows that it's a 5-round fight. Like he just got to the outside of Lineker's front leg, and he could have punished him for that, but didn't. And I think that it's a bit of a okay, I've got another 3 rounds of this. 25 minutes is a long time to be fighting, especially when it's like five minutes at a time. Oh, it looks bad. I've seen fights stopped for, with less than that. Right, so it was that was the shot that did that, I think. Yeah, I mean it wasn't like a shot that was thrown to like sit him down. Like it wasn't like a knockout shot. It was like a nice loose 1-2 really. But because of the damage that's probably already under Lineker's eyes and whatever, it has a big effect like that. But yeah, Fabricio definitely has power. But I've seen fights get stopped with less than that. Normally if you can't see out of the eye, they'll stop it. Yeah, I do like to see rematches, like I said, because, you get a fight like this, that neither of them, Fabricio's got the advantage of being able to look at Lineker having loads of fights before, so he can have a look at what he does. Lineker probably wouldn't have that knowledge too much, going into this fight. But now they've both felt each other out, they know where they're both dangerous, so I feel like the rematch could be more interesting to watch. Fabricio did a good job there of not going down, not getting taken down by Lineker. He's defended his wrestling well through the fight, really. Yeah, I mean, Fabricio just still keeping him on the back foot. You know, it takes a great skill to be able to do that without throwing much. Like, I know he's throwing out jabs and stuff, but to most casuals, you know, it won't look like Fabricio's doing anything. But he is, you know, he's throwing these little feints and stuff and keeping him guessing, just these little movements and where his eyes are going and stuff. The stuff that you can't see too well from here, Lineker will be seeing, and it'll, you know, he's getting drawn back by it. Yeah, I mean, the commentators just praised Lineker for that combination, but it was ineffective. It didn't do anything. You know, if you're in Lineker's corner, he definitely needs to be being told to set up his work. You know, he's just throwing shots from like that. I mean, wow, that knee. So I knew that this fight ended like this, but did that one even... He's very hurt from this, right? Like, it looks like he's going to go down anyway. That second one looked like it was on the waistband to me. He was kind of bent down, so... I need to see that from a different angle. Did he just take a point off for that? No, he's just bringing him to a mutual corner. Yeah, I need to see a replay of that. That was the first one. Dead on the liver. I mean, it's so close. Oh, sorry. Oh no, I need to pay for premium. Times are hard. I mean, he was so hurt from that first knee. Just watch this replay again. I mean, to me, it looked like it still caught him on like the waistband. I don't think it was. It should have really been a foul. You know. I'd need to see from a different angle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to get back up from this. And why would he? At the end of the day, you know, why would he get back up if he can get away with it? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it does catch him, but you can see it better from this angle. Does catch him, but you know, why would he continue fighting when he can get a no contest? You know, he could get away with, you know, or some places, you know, they give you a win if you lose by a foul. So why would they? Why would he get back up? You know, he's losing a fight already. Yeah, it's a shame. You know, Fabricio, you know, I think was winning that fight fairly convincingly. Yeah, let's go forward. That's it, right? So, yeah, ruled a no contest. Fabricio, you know, rightfully upset and annoyed. Yeah, it wasn't intentional. It didn't have to be. He was he, you know, hurt Lineker a lot with the first one that landed. Shame. But at least we're getting a rematch out of it. The rematch will be interesting, I think. You know, like I said already, that they both know what to kind of expect from each other. So it's going to be whoever can do the, you know, execute the game plan better on that night. Yeah, so if there's any fights that you want me to look at, or you know, maybe even your own fights or training videos, just put it in the comments. I've got my socials in the description as well, so feel free to send me a message and we can talk there. Alright guys, I'll speak to you soon.